Hey, I'm Emily Fraser from Matchroom Hall. I hope you all like and follow Sharkstream.
Hi, I'm Lucas Casaver. Join us on the Shark.
Hello, I'm Jonas Soto, and join us on Sharkstream.
Hello everyone, I'm Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. Join us to the Sharkstream. Let's go!
Hello, I am David Alcaide. Join us in Sharkstream.
Hey guys, I'm Frederick Horst. Join us on the Shark Stream.
I'm Christina Tkach. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hey guys, it's Jason Shaw. Join us on the Shark Stream tonight.
I'm John Moore. Join me on the Sharkstream.
Hi, I'm Savannah Easton. Join us on the Shark Stream.
Hi, my name is Georgia Georgiev, and you can join us at the Sharkstream.
Chicken calling at you from the other side. Sharkstream, going live. We're about to enter water, only sharks survive. In 3, 2, 1.
Been talking the whole time and I had the microphone muted. How annoying is that? So let me start over. Welcome to the Yale Billiards Brunswick Arena. We're bringing you live coverage from the Mike Zuglan Joss Northeast 9-Ball Tour. Current players on table 4, Kevin Guimond and Demian Provost. That's Demian at the table. Got a pretty difficult out here with that 4 sitting where it is. Want to bump it probably. Yep. That's unfortunate. Like the 8 balls in the way of one corner and the 6 is in the way of the other corner. Don't want to have a shirt foul here. For the bank. Nice try. Caught that a little fat. It's going to shape up again where there's no pocket for him. Wonder if he's thinking bank again. I think he should be thinking safe. Safety's just going to lock it up behind the 8-ball. Boy, that might have leaked out. It looks like my camera hung. Angles. The second time around, that was fortunate. Oh my goodness, what is with my cameras today? Just like that, Kevin takes down game number 1. So we're doing a race to 9. They got a lot of pool left. Thinking they're doing, must be doing rack for your opponent, triangle rack. Winner breaks. Pretty sure that's the typical Zuglan format. Why did I pick the wrong table? Both my table 4 wide and long cameras are down, so we just got this one and overhead, and that's it. Overhead looks like. I'm not sure what you're talking about as far as what happened to Upstate Al. No, Bruce, he is not. I think he's out in, I forget which tournament he's playing in. North Carolina, maybe? I'd say Beardsley, but I'm not sure. Kevin's a real strong player. I believe he's a 700 Fargo, 700 plus. Not sure what Demian's Fargo is. Oh, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Al typically does some of the Zuglan tournaments, the Joss Tour, in other houses. But in Yale Billiards, we have our own stream, you know, as well as we do. It's the Shark Stream, and that's why we're doing it this week. Yeah, we have the digital pool all table streaming. You can see the link at the bottom of your screen if you want to tune in. It just depends on whether or not, you know, as you guys well know, Mike Zuglan does everything on paper, so he doesn't leverage the digital pool tournament bracket management system. Some of the players out there are turning their scores in to the tablets, so you'll be able to go to sharkstreamtv.com right now and watch most of those tables. Like I said, it just depends on whether they're using the digital pool system to do scoring. Very nice out there from Kevin Guimond. Going up 2-0. I'll be in the booth. Due to a miscommunication, I was supposed to be joined by Bobby Hunt today. Left me muffins in the booth. I guess he was here earlier, but I was planning on doing more of the later rounds just because it's a long day. By the time they get down to the top 8, it's going to probably be 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. But I will do my best to give you guys pretty continuous coverage as best I can. Again, if you want to go to sharkstreamtv.com, you might be able to tune in one of the other tables as well. Let's see if I can go there right now and see if I got a list of what's actually. Yeah, there's 5 matches right now. You got Christian Cabrera on table 10 with David Farrell. Looks like James Stevens and Jesus, possibly. I'm not sure what Jesus' last name is. Got this match. You got Wayne Ginty and Paulhane. Didn't forget to submit his score on table 2. Kevin in control here. I think this is going to be a 2-pack, actually. I haven't seen Demian at the table pretty much since the rack 1. a little deep on this 8-ball. He swings it around or tries to hold. My guess he's going to try to swing it around. Ooh, tough break. It is a rule, though, in Mike Zuglan's tournament that if you concede a rack, you lose the next one, too. So he's going to make, this is why he's making him shoot this ball in hand 9-ball. He doesn't want to lose 2 racks. All right, big opportunity here for Demian. That scratch off of the 8-ball for Kevin Guimond. Way around. Is he going to get lucky on this 8-ball? No, he is not. Actually, I can't tell. He might have a piece. Like he's jacking up a little bit. Might need a little masse. Oh, no, he got it right in. That's another rule of Mike Zuglan's tournaments. No jump cues. You're allowed 1 break cue and 1 playing cue. If you jump, you got to use a full-length cue. Pretty old school. 1 on the spot, 2 in the back, and the 9 is wild. You don't have to call it. A little similar to Matchroom, just a little different break pattern. Oh, what a fluke. Take another look at that. Tried to cut the 3 in. 7 drops anyway. Like he might have saved himself a bit. He did get the kick at it. So Kevin's in pretty good shape here. I wonder if he's thinking 3-9 combo or if he's playing safe. Safe is almost automatic. You can just sort of freeze the cue to the 8-ball. Send the 3 to the short rail. But he might take a whack at it. Yeah, that's the safe. Oh, it hit it a little speedy. Demian might actually have a look at this. My overhead camera was working. I'd show it to you, but unfortunately, about 5 minutes into the broadcast, all 3 of my Sharkstream cameras for this table went down. The wide, the long, and the overhead. So this is the only one I got for now. The 3-rail kick didn't quite get there. Ball in hand, Kevin. pretty wide open pattern here. I don't see him having too much difficulty getting out from here. Don't get stuck on the 8. Don't get stuck. You got, woof, that's going to be close. Looks like he's got a piece. Punches it right in for position. Nothing wrong with that. It's going to bring us to 3-1. On, my friend from Ireland. See you in the comments section. Thanks for tuning in. Says got World Championship of Snooker on one TV and the Shark Stream on the other. That's pretty cool. Must be a pretty neat setup. I've done similar things where I watch one program on like my iPad and another on the big screen TV. Get all the pool at the same time. And make sure that Kevin's aware that he's got a 3-1 lead right now. Sometimes they forget to punch it in on the tablet. Real quick, make sure. Much better. 3-1. Okay. Good stuff. Kevin breaking. Already got the 1 and the 2 down. See how he opens up. Look at that speed control. Fortunately, with the coloration that I see on right now, let me take a look. Yeah, that's the 8 ball sitting up there next to the 5. The 4's on the bottom rail. Not the best position in the world, even though we can make it. A little bit of inside. Is he going to get short side? Wow. That's position play right there. Good speed. Little out of shape here. Hey, that was a nice little, I think that was a BNR as well. I think that makes 3 for Kevin Guimond so far. Of course, 4-1. Try resetting my cameras real quick. Oh, still frozen. I can't catch a break with those damn USB cameras. Break. That's going to bring Demian back to the table. Or if he was lining up that 1-9 combo, or if he was just sort of sighting the side pocket, I would think that the safe play is the right way to go here. Yeah, send the cue up into traffic. Oh boy, did he get there? No, it popped out. So Kevin's got a clean look at the 1 and a 2-9 sitting behind it. And what he chooses to do with position here, if he goes forward, he's probably setting up on the 2-9. If he goes back, trying for something different. The 4's blocking the other pocket. Just missed the 1. monster cut shot there. That was really nice, but now he's all the way at the wrong end of the table. I wonder if he's thinking carom shot, combo shot, or safety. And for the carom. Got him moving around, but left having a clean look at the two. That might cost him game number 6. Oh boy. Whoa, I don't know how that stayed up. A bit of bumping around there. Can't tell if the 5 is past the point. But that looks close. Tell by his body language, I don't think he's thrilled with this leave. Wow. That was neat. Let's take another look at that one. Watch this. Pushes it almost through the point, rattles, then just finds the shelf. Not making this run very easy on himself, but he's still on the table. Looking pretty sharp. Look at that. Evan's not messing around, man. This one a little punch, it should drag away from the 9. Yep. There you have it, 5-1. Heck, why do I have the wrong names on here? Oh, I screwed something up. Hang on. which could prove interesting. Whether he drags it all the way back behind the 8 for the 8 in the same corner pocket, or if he plays for the 8-9 combo. Set up for the combo, it looks like. With that combo, Kevin is up 5-2. Demian breaking. Try something real quick. Look at what's going on table 8. Oh, they did enter their scores. Okay, so we got a match going on table 8. It looks like Yesid Garibello and Daniel Sharlow. Daniel's up 2-1. Unless that's yeah, it looks like it's 2-1 right now. Perhaps when this match is over, we'll head over there just so the cameras are working over there. But for now, let's take a look at table 4. Dry break. Pre-topped on the 5, but otherwise pretty open. 2 goes by the 7. It looks like the 4 and the 8 could get a little tricky. It's a problem when you're raising the back end of the cue up and you're hitting down on the ball. You're almost certainly going to induce a little bit of masse effect, and it makes that much harder to get a straight in shot. Cue ball just wants to slide right off. That's going to bring Demian back to the table with a clean look at the 1 on the side. I'm not sure what he plans to do to get to this 2 ball though. Like he's hitting very low. Stop it. Stop shot for the cross side. Not a bad plan. Two cross side, pushes the 7 down towards the corner. That's not bad, but he's still got this 4-ball issue. Where do you place this 4-ball? I mean, he just based on his comfort with banks, he might be looking to set up, for this bank shot. Oh, he went down the table. I was going to, ooh. As long as he gets, 5-ball jumped right there. Major spoiler. Now he's got to go all the way up and down and even get a contact on this 4. Oh, contact he got. And lucky. 4-ball shot right behind the 9. Remember, there's no jumping. So, and what would probably be a pretty standard jump cut shot for this 4 on the side. 6 is spoiling the kick one way, and the 5 spoiling the kick the other way. Unless he can get around the 6, but that's not a lot of wiggle room. They're right in the face. Left it straight out in the middle of the field. All right. This is only a tough shot because either right or left-handed, almost impossible to reach. So he's going to probably have to pull a bridge out and an extension, if I'm guessing. and tried to fire it. Wouldn't have been happy even if he made it. Nice and gentle for a great position on this 6. Gonna hit a little draw to get back to the 7. Left himself a good angle to get to the 8. Very strong player, this Kevin Guimond. Kevin makes it 6-2. Watching the Mike Zuglan Joss New England 9-ball tour on the Sharkstream.
Joey hit the lights, Bobby grabbed the mic. Chicken calling at you from the other side. Shark 3, going live. You're about to enter water, only sharks survive. In 3, 2, 1.
It's 5-2. No, I think it's 6-2. Score hasn't quite updated yet. Tablets are probably just got to make sure he gets the score up there. Pretty good speed to get on this 3. Nothing wrong with that shot. This 5 is going to jump right in his way. Nah, it might have stayed away. Yeah, it looks like it's got enough room. I don't think he wanted to bump this 9-ball. Now he's got to really thin this 5 or bank it. In it to win it. Oh, he jumped on that one. Must have a better look at the 7 in the side than I thought. Thought he might be playing for the 7 down in the bottom left. Didn't try to sauce it or anything. He's just going to take his lumps, take the long shot on the 8. Fortunately, it was just a little too long, didn't have the right angle. Kevin should be able to mop this up. Everybody for tuning in to the Shark Stream. If you want to support the channel, give us a like, follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and if you want, you can always contribute using the links in the comment section. We have Cash App, Venmo, PayPal, any of that kind of good stuff. If you're interested, there's a, I don't know the details and I don't have a picture, but there is a Joss cue, as is customary at the these events. It's a $1,800 value. I thought he said he's selling limited number of spots for $20 a spot. If you're interested, you can, reach out to Lisa Zunge. They'll put you in the raffle for you. All right, not dry that time, that's for sure, but that three's kind of big. Didn't make two on the snap though, so he's either going to push here. That side pocket's right where he wants to kick into that one, so I'm thinking push. Question is, where do you want to push to? Then again, with a 7-2 lead, he can play it a little fast and loose. I don't think that's his style. Look at that. He's going to switch hands. I was going to say he's going to play cross-handed. Why he's not just going for this little push? Now he is. Now he is. Right, he's going to give him a peek at the corner. He's going to leave him flat on the rail. Definitely a makeable shot, but because he was so close to the rail, boy, that gets tough. A good push out there by Kevin. Back at the table with a pretty decent pattern. Running around, doing his thing, getting good angles. Wants to make sure he leaves himself a decent angle to this 7 because that 8's just all the way on the left. That he did. Tell you what though, this angle makes me a little nervous. He pockets a 7 in the corner. Cue ball heads straight to that side pocket. He fired that one. Tried to draw it out of there. Tell you what though, this is a very makeable ball. It's just a matter of getting all the way up for this 9 now. Tough to put inside English, put it up the rail into the corner. He didn't even bother. He just played it. A little bit of center ball, a little bit of follow. That's going to bring him to the hill. Kevin breaking from the hill. Fires a 6-ball in the corner. No, it came out. All winnings. Looked like one went in. 7 balls in the corner. Okay. What kind of lost control of the cue ball? It's sitting over on the left, and the one's up on the short rail. I see another push. What a bank shot. Wow. Smooth as silk. Nice shot. That. That's not going to hurt him. I believe Demian has the outside edge of this 2-ball, but I don't think he has enough to pocket it. Gotta be careful with the scratch, too. Gonna fire it and hope for the best. Okay, sometimes it works. A little too much, but it's still not bad. Even if he clicks into this 9 ball, he should be in good shape for the 6. Good speed. Probably a little straighter than he would have liked. It lets him stroke out, or just pull it back 6 inches. Oh, he had enough angle. Now he's straight in again. For the set. Like that, 9-2. You see him shake hands. Kevin will advance to the next round. Demian will go to the 1-loss side. We're going to jump over to table 8, already in progress. Haven't made much progress, but it's in progress. Looks like Daniel's up 3-1 over Yesid Garibello. Looks like he just made it 4-1. At least on this table, all my cameras appear to be working, so we're just going to end coverage on table 4 for now and stick with table 8. Thing is that this is also a gold crown 7, just like the last table. I mean, like the rest of the tables in the room. And since it's a gold crown 7, it's they're all brand new tables. Oh, that's where I was going with this. Table 8, you can look at the actual, like, let me show you the overhead real quick. You can see where the actual rails are a little bit deeper into the pocket. So these are a 1/2 inch tighter pockets. So the sides are 4.5, the corners are 4 inch, as opposed to 4.5 inch corners and 5 inch sides. So that's kind of, this table plays a little bit, it's a little tough. If you're not prepared for it, it can be very frustrating, but a lot of the higher level players just, they're all aiming for the center of the bucket anyway. The size of the pocket really doesn't matter that much. Just takes a little bit of cheating away, you know what I mean? Oh, I got it. Okay, it's rack for your opponent. That's why. Jesse won the last rack, and now it is 3-2. Get ready for the break. Thanks, Joe. He's got to get in at least one happy birthday a day. You update the titles. Ugh. Like the new. Covering Daniel. But just got enough behind that 4 ball. Boy, I don't know if he can click off this one ball and that just heads right towards the side pocket if he does. Ooh, got the point, but opened it up. That'll bring Daniel back to the table. Clean look at the 1. 3 is kind of, wonder if he's thinking about trying to scoot the 1 ball or scoot the cue ball this away. He did it pretty well, other than having to shoot over the 7, of course. Go on Fargo rate real quick. I have a feeling these guys are pretty evenly matched. Daniel Sharlow out of New York is a 641. Do not see a Fargo for Jesse. Oh, because I spelled it wrong. It's a 701. Wow. Big scope. That's being over 700 is pretty amazing. So 650 and a 700 roughly. Wow, I don't know how that ball's still on the table. That cue ball, that is. Look how deep it is. Oh my goodness. Don't blow on it. It'll drop. Even if you walk by a little quickly. Nothing wrong with that. Nice little cut shot out of deep in the pocket, that is. Now here's the thing. He's got the 4 ball on the side, but he's going to run into the 5. Going to try and hit the 5 such that it goes towards the bottom left corner. Yep. Nicely done. Very nicely done. See if that 6 goes by. With these tight pockets. It does have a whole pocket, it looks like. It's got to feel pretty tight, though, trying to make the 6 in the corner. Even if he makes it, he could easily bump this 8. No, I guess it's not such a bad deal unless he gets snookered. 7's sitting pretty. that shot. Beauty. Say Daniel's worked this rack pretty well so far. Yeah, actually, that's... Oh, that dressed up pretty bad. Oh, no. He needed that cue to stop about 2 balls short. And it would have been pretty. But now he's got a kick at it. Gonna bring this run to an end, I think. Oh, wow. That was a real nice attempt. Just rattled that 8 in the corner on that kick shot. Now, this is an automatic save for me. You can push that 8 anywhere on the table and freeze the cue to the 9. And now you got pretty much ball in hand on the 2 balls remaining. Let's see what Jesse thinks. That's what I thought. That's going to force Daniel to kick at this one. And that ball sitting that far off the rail is not a big shot, not a big target. Oh, he smacked it. Anyone's guess on where it's going to wind up, but it's still better than giving up ball in hand. That's the risk, man. When you try to punch it into these tight pockets, especially going scooting up the rail instead of straight in, they have a tendency to rattle. Was a clean, very nicely shot. That's going to give Daniel a 2-game lead now. Like, family thing. You guys can get a little fussy when it comes to these racks after they get so used to the templates. Where every ball is touching, everything's perfect. Not as easy to accomplish on a triangle. It's kind of funny. Last time I played in the Joss tournament here, and the rules, and he always has a player meeting before the matches start. And one of the things he says is basically, I understand if you guys want to get, take a look at the rack or whatever else. He's like, but if you sit there and haggle over the rack for too long, I'm going to tell you to shoot. He wants to keep this thing moving. He's been doing this for so long. He's like got very little patience when it comes to that kind of thing. And since both these tables are right in front of the lounge where Mike is situated, I bet they get extra scrutiny. Tried the combo, didn't get it. Tell you what, guess he has a 50-point Fargo advantage in this match. And doesn't seem to be, I don't know if it's the table, but the half-inch shorter pockets. Maybe he's just having a little bit of an off time, but he's not really lighting up the table so far. And again, if you look to your left, you got the 5, 6, 7, 8 all sitting there right inside the rack area. Getting through these next 3 balls is easy. Getting through those next 4 is tough. And he just kind of punched it out. Played safe. Not sure that was intentional. I think he was going for the make there, but as my cohort Bobby Hunt would say, there's just no future in making these balls. Trails. Very nice safety. You got 4 balls sitting there. Tried to nestle it in there like the quarterback, but the thing is dealing with ball in hand, that 5 ball is a mess. Good hit, but it's going to scratch. Yeah, I still don't think it's the end of the world here. Guess he's been struggling a little bit. And that 5 is still, like I said, even if you have ball in hand on the 5 ball, I don't think it, I mean, the 5 in the side, possibly, the left side. Oh, it's not the worst situation to give a ball in hand here. That rack is a mess. Is a straight pool player. Once upon a time, anyway. I'd be trying to set the cue ball right here. Same concept. The reason I say that is because if he pockets the 4 from where I am, you can find a way to just send it right into the pack. You're taking your chances, but at least you have a chance of getting a shot out of it. With this steep of an angle, he's got to fire it into the side to get that straight down into the pack. Might be thinking of coming out behind it, 2 rails, settling the cue like right here. Oh, he went for the fire. He broke him. All right, so he's got a look. Mr. Gow, Andy Gow in the comment section, right there in the top left of your screen too. Might be playing safe, might be cutting it in. I haven't been able to predict very well on this. Yeah, he sliced it. And he's got the speed, I think. Oh, it's moving. Got to cut it in again. Wow. When he was walking around the table, he actually indicated that he wanted to go around the 8, and there's not a lot of room there. So for the 3rd time in a row now, he kind of overran it a little bit, and he's got to do a back cut in the corner. So that's the bad news. The good news is that the 8 ball is so close to the side pocket. Position is pretty much anywhere on the table. Made the first 2 back cuts in corners. Missed the critical 7 ball in the corner. that's going to make Daniel ahead 5-2. Take a quick walk. I'll be back in a few minutes. Stay tuned. Sorry about that. It looks like I missed Jesse catching up a game on that one. That's pretty cool. 5-3. It had to, nature calls, I listen. And then, of course, you know, the reason nature called is at Yale Billiards right next to the men's room. It's the bar. And then they had to change a keg. But I should be back for the duration of this set. After that, we'll probably take a quick pause as we wait for Mike to assign 2 new players to this table. Just be aware that there might be a little break between this set and the next, because we're getting a little deeper in the rounds. I believe there's still 25, maybe 32 people left. They're probably closer to 20. Oh, went for a little bit of a safety play here. And swung and a miss. That's ball in hand. And he ended up pushing the 9 out of the way of the 5. So that opened the table up pretty good. Two might go in the side. It might go by the 9. Definitely goes in the left side. You want to play real touch shot. And then once you get past that 2 ball, it's off to the races, really. Well, look at this. This is an interesting strategy. Up to just 1-9. You tried. But you don't see that very often when you're playing with skills, players of this skill level. I mean, if it was Brian Merrick, yeah, everybody knows that. But he wasn't feeling confident in the run out. Looks like we're going to get either a full cue jump or a masse shot. Went for the masse, didn't get it. That will put Jesse on 2, I believe. Yep, there it is, the indication. You're on 2. The 2 fouls means that the next logical play here wouldn't be necessarily the 1 in the corner. It would actually be send the 1 up table and put the cue behind the 8 and the 9 or the 5. You know, you have a few choices. Really, like anywhere in the general range. This would be especially deadly. But anywhere in this area would actually work out pretty good. I agree, Andy. That definitely looked like a 2-way shot. Like, if I get the 9 in, great. If not, it should stick him on the 4. Now he's got a chance to win this in 3 fouls if he plays his cards right. Locked him up on the 9. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty high probability of getting contact at least. So again, he's on 2. All he really wants to do is make a legal shot. He's got somebody to watch. That's interesting. Right around it. That's 3 fouls. That's going to end this rack. 6-3. I'm going to, I've mentioned it before, but once we get the next set of gold crowns in here, the gold crown 7s, which is coming sometime in early July, We're going to have to reshoot those commercials because the place doesn't look anything like that anymore. The Gold Crown 3s were wood grain. The Gold Crown 7s are black, matte. New carpet, new paint. Half the staff that was at the end of that commercial doesn't work here anymore. Yeah, we're definitely going to have to update that commercial. And the Sharkstream one, for that matter. But it gets the point across, so that's all that matters. Can't quite tell who I'm looking at right here. That's Daniel. Not sure what he was looking at there. It looked like it was a deliberate pocket, and it didn't look like a very good safety attempt, so I'm not sure what the plan there was. Take a look at what Jesse's got in mind. Tried to punch it in. Came up a solid ball and a half wide of the pocket. Like I said, for some reason he's struggling on this table. I've seen Jesse play before, and he's a stronger player than the current match suggested. And again, he sometimes gets in your head. Not me. I mean, in a lot of players' heads. Once you get 3 fouled, you steam a little bit after that. Sort of like, oh, you know, it's just one of those things that sort of sticks. It's something that can throw your game off a little bit. But so far he's been struggling. I'm not sure what's going on there. Might dress up pretty good for him. Yeah, behind the 3 it looks like. Might get a friendly bump from the 6 here. Yes, he did. So the 5 for the 6 involves breaking up the 7-9, I'm guessing. Not a great. Mike, I have not. What a shot. Beauty. Oh, no. I think let's take a look at the overhead. He might be snookered. Oof. There's a nice little kick on the 5 ball, but they have very few options here. That in mind. Sometimes the overhead can be a little deceptive. Yep. He had enough. As long as he doesn't scratch. Still not out of the woods, though. Try and pop it out with this shot. Oh, he did. He had the spin and he got the nice leave. Wow, that was a great shot. Just a slight angle on the 6, but a lot of sauce. Boop, right over. That's the Jesse I know. Great out. That was a fantastic out. The 6 to the 7 breakup. Perfect. Now Jesse's up to 4. Daniel's at 6. The race to 9. Here we go, break time. Jesse at the helm. Big snap. Air dry. Wow. Nothing wrong with this pattern at all. This is a good looking rack. Or at least for Daniel. Trying to come up with the pattern and play here. He wants to leave the cue a little south of the 2 so he can scoot up for that 3. Getting from the 3 to the 4 is the harder part. Oh, he came all the way to the rail. Eesh. Now it takes the draw option away. Almost certainly going to collide with the 8 now. Don't front me none. As long as I get paid on Friday. Nope. Now is he gonna? I think the only real option here is to come up table. Or if he wants to get real clever, try to slide between. Oh, he went the other way. Oh, very good. A lot of right. Right back to that rail shot he had a few balls ago. But it's a clean look, and a punch will get him over to the 5. You got to be careful you don't rattle that corner pocket again. These are 4-inch pockets in the corners. Coming in from this angle, they get narrow real quick. didn't want to take the risk on punching it. Set himself up, it looks like, for 5 cross corner. I had sold it out there a bit. Guess he's going to be pretty happy when he gets to the table. Yep. Guess he's off to the races. He might make this a 1-game spread. I expect this to still be very, very close. I mean, he got off to a little bit of a rocky start. Daniel was up 5-2, but he's seems to have rallied up a little bit. Slow down. There you go. Oh, you see, that's the peril of shooting into the corner like that hard. Gotta come true. That thing's gonna spit right back out at you. Any other table in the room, that would have had a good chance of dropping. There you go, Andy. I was waiting for that. As usual. Can we just fast forward to Hill? Yeah, I got to feel. I mean, right now, like I said in the beginning, Jesse's right around a 700 Fargo. Daniel's right around a 650 Fargo. Daniel's shooting really good in the beginning. Kind of, he played a real nice safe there. Jesse was kind of off. It felt like he was a little off, but he seems to be dialing in a little, other than that 7-ball rattle, I should say. They going 2 rails here and coming at it from behind, honestly. That way you got a chance of having the cue stay up on the top rail and the 7 coming down to the bottom rail. A couple of really deliberate players here so far. Big swing of fate there. Instead of looking at 6-5, now we're looking at 7-4 because of one missed 7-ball. Three-game lead now. Daniel needs 2. Jesse needs 5. Not where he wants to be. We got a minute. Why don't we talk a little bit about Boom and Freezer? We're getting ready to start recording season 4, but we have seasons 1 through 3, about 45 episodes in the books. If you want to catch a really great interview format between Scott Frost, the Freezer, and Bobby Boom Hilton, interviewing some of the legends of pool, starting off with Emily Frazier. They've gotten Efren Bada-Reyes, Shane Van Boning. These guys you don't see interviewed very often. So if you want to check that out, go to boomandfreezer.com. It'll take you right to our YouTube channel, but you can get it on Apple Music, Spotify, or wherever you consume your podcasts. Dry break. This is not a terrible position for this rack. Looking at it, I'm like, they all the balls have a pocket. It's just a matter of see how much cue ball control you got. Wants to play this one in the side with a bunch of draw. Or he's just going to play safe. My mistake. Didn't get a rail. And like I said, there's a couple of real tactical issues that I've seen so far this set from Jesse. Uncharacteristic. He's a stronger player than this. Oh boy, gonna try and 3-foul him again. Already gotten one game off a 3-foul. Oh, geez. 2 makes it hard to kick on top. 7 balls obviously in the way. He gets Jesse on 2 3-fouls to go to the hill. I know my head would be all screwy. Like, what am I doing wrong? You go 1 rail into the side pocket, hopefully. Went right around again. Yikes. All right, you're on 2. Retopped himself here. Still got that insurance card in his back pocket, though. If he gets in trouble, he can play safe and possibly win the rack. Did not play that safety as much as he would have liked. Going to be a fairly easy kick shot for Jesse. He's just got to figure out. Got like a little bit of low right. Coming off that rail, just a little kick and stick kind of shot. Oh, he almost made the 9. Wow, that was close. But once again, the 2 balls out in the open. Every ball has a pocket. Daniel's been shooting very strong. See what he's gotten. Still got in the tank. Very calmly picking his shots here. And that goes right by. I wonder what he's got in mind here for position, though. I'm cautiously thinking draw. Try to bring the cue ball. Ooh, that was a lot of draw. Good news is that he didn't, you know, he's got enough clearance he can still see the back of the ball, because even though it's on the rail, he's shooting out of the side pocket. Great ball control there. Kind of a drag draw shot almost. So the 5 goes flying in, but the cue decelerates on the way to the short rail. Now he's got great position on this 6 ball. The hill. David Sharlow running out after the kick shot from Jesse. 8-4. does that. Dude's breaking, guy walks right behind him. And you think you'd know your way around a pool hall. All right. Dry break. Jesse coming to the table. 5 balls hanging. 4 balls kind of tied up on the 9. Not a great rack pattern. Wants that to stay up. Yeah, it worked. So after this match is over, I'm going to shut down the stream for a little bit. I have a feeling we're going to have a little bit of an intermission between racks that I can do on table 4 and table 8. So we're going to shut it down. Make sure you hit the like button if you want to support the channel. Follow us on Facebook. Subscribe on YouTube. And definitely turn on notifications so you know when we go live. And I'll be once this match is over, like I said, we're going to take a quick break. I'm going to reboot the computer, see if I can get my cameras working on table 4. And we'll have more live action from Mike Zuglan's Joss Northeast 9-ball tour. Boy, that's a mouthful. Jeremy Sosi's here. Pete Genovese is here. Ryan Cullen's here. A lot of top New England players are here. I said Sosi, Bosch. Yeah, like I said, so there's a lot more great pool action. A lot of them are still in the hunt. Hasn't really been any major upsets that I've seen so far, but I'll also try to get a picture for you guys of the bracket. That way you can sort of look and see where we are, who beat who and by what. But you know, Lisa, you know, she tried to get it all in digital pool so that we could all be running, you know, all table streaming access for you today. But the digital pool laptop, or digital pool website, or her laptop just wasn't cooperating. She's trying to enter in all the names from the paper sheet that Mike uses and just could not get them to sit where they're supposed to sit. No question, it was a good hit. Problem is, didn't go. I feel like Yesi's feeling a little defeated right now. You can sort of see in his, I don't know, maybe he's always like that. He's got kind of a mosey. Pretty sure this is the first time Daniel Sharlow has ever been on the Shark Stream. So this is the first time seeing him, and he's a strong player. I'm not going to lie. Dance around the 7. 4 balls left in this set if he makes them. Andy Gow's curse. I guess Jesse's hoping for that Andy Gow prediction to come true, but it's looking very unlikely. We're going to see a hill. But they are both on the winner side. So if Daniel does win, Jesse's not out, so it may not be the last we've seen of him. Like I said, we got a lot more action tonight. We're going to try and get it down, I believe, to top 8. Sometimes he finishes up with top 12. But that's going to take us till probably 10, 10:30, 11 o'clock, depending on how fast these players are shooting. So as soon as the next match is available on our stream tables, I'll be back in the booth, bringing you more live action. You jinxed Jesse. Yeah, you did. He was looking sharp, man. It looked like he was going to get back to 6-5, and then he boxed a 7-ball. Since then, it's been all Daniel show. Oh, look at that. I just cursed him, too. Even though he missed it by a mile. This is no easy shot. One of those shots I make fun of myself for. It's like, oh man, look at that position though. Missed the 8 by a ball and a half. But look at that Poe. SA, not out. Great speed. Jesse knows I'm dying for a cigarette, so he's going to make this last as long as possible. There you go, buddy. 8-5. Nicely done. Having a hard time getting the balls to stay coupled. By the way, there are still some more spots available for the McDermott Open. If you're interested, make sure you reach out to Bobby Hilton or Lisa Zunge. That tournament will fill. It filled last year. The dates on the flyer are wrong, but that is July 16th through 19th. But we do still have a few more spots, and we'll also be running a few more qualifiers, I believe. The qualifiers are basically $50 a person. If it's an 8-person field, then the winner gets an entry. If it's a 16-person field, then 2 players get an entry. But it's a field of 64, $10,000 added. A lot of big names are planning on coming, so it'll be fun. If you want to come just watch, I believe the general admission is like $25. I'm not 100% though, and there's VIP seats as well. You can always check with Bobby or Lisa. I'm sure they got all the deets. Because it is a Matchroom WNT ranking event, that's also going to draw a lot of big names. Jesse's snookered. Can push out though, I believe. Oh, he's going for it. Oh, nope. And he scratched. Scratched twice, technically. Just not having very good luck on these fouls. These kick shots he's been missing. I wonder what Daniel's got in mind. The 2, I don't think, goes by the 5. Already fouled 3-fouled Jesse once. He's just going to bump it. All right. That's a little aggressive, but when you got an 8-5 lead, sometimes you take your chances. Great shot. Again, the toughest part of this rest of these balls is going to be getting from the 5 to the 6 on the side. Up to. Oh, he's just sort of mocking up where he's going to land for the 5. Yeah, rolling forward there wasn't a bad idea because he's got the 5 angle now. He could, find his way 2 rails. Where I think he wants to land is somewhere in like this area. That's where I'd want to land. Exactly where he landed. This time, making sure he doesn't make any silly mistakes. Understandable. He's just trying to figure out how much to roll forward. Get that angle on the 8. Or he actually wants to be almost dead straight on the 8. Oh, big stretch. Yeah, dead straight is a good place. I think I hear the fat lady warming up once again. If you want to support the channel, like us, follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, and definitely turn on notifications so you know when we go live. After this match, I'm going to take down this stream. We will start up again as soon as we have another match available on table 8. Actually, after I reboot the computer, I might be able to show table 4 again, but time will tell. This thing's been a kind of a jerk lately. Let's just put it that way. All right. 1 ball left. That'll do it. Handshake. Jesse wins 9-5. Or sorry, Daniel wins 9-5. My brain's hurt. All right, so like I said, we're going to take a break now. Make sure you follow us on Facebook, subscribe on YouTube, turn on notifications. We'll be back momentarily with more live coverage of the Mike Zuglan Joss Northeast 9-ball tour. Thanks for tuning in. We'll see you soon.
Bobby Hilton here from the Sharkstream. Give a shout out to all of our sponsors. Of course, our gold sponsors, Brunswick Billiards. We are the Brunswick Arena on the Sharkstream, and of course, McDermott Cues. Then we got our silver sponsors. We can't forget those. We got Taom Billiards, Salotto, of course, Yale Billiards, Simonis Cloth, Wayne Harriman, the Sandman, Pro Fitman Billiards, Andy Gow, Aramith, Letman Lights, and Carbon Magic Cleaner. And of course, we can't forget our local and bronze sponsors. Without them, we wouldn't be doing what we're doing. They've been with us for a long time. K Morgan Painting, APA, Jacoby Custom Cues, Sigma Wear, Organic Ink Tattoo, Dynamic Pressure Washing, NM Billiards, Tommy's Tattoo Supply, Pool Table Magic, and of course, Back Release. Thank you guys all for your continued support. Appreciate it.